A chilling warning from doctors, a troubled son struggling with mental illness, and a Hollywood family tragedy that has shocked the entertainment world. New revelations suggest that medical professionals warned Rob and Michele Reiner not to allow their son Nick to live in their home just weeks before the couple were allegedly killed in a brutal double stabbing. As per a reporting by Us Weekly, the warning centered on Nick Reiner's unstable medication changes and increasingly erratic behavior. But despite the concerns, Rob and Michele reportedly chose to keep helping their son. Now, the heartbreaking questions remain. What really happened inside the Reiner residence that fateful night? And could this tragedy have been prevented? The shocking incident happened on December 14th when Hollywood storyteller Rob Reiner and his photographer wife Michele Singer Reiner were found stabbed to death in their Los Angeles home. The couple had spent the evening attending Conan O'Brien's holiday party, accompanied by their son Nick. But what should have been a festive night ended in horror. Investigators believe the couple were attacked while they slept in what authorities described as a violent double homicide. Soon after the bodies were discovered, suspicion turned toward their own son. 32-year-old Nick Reiner was later arrested and charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. Prosecutors say the killings involved the use of a knife, triggering special circumstance charges. Nick has pleaded not guilty and remains in custody awaiting trial. Now, new details are shedding light on the weeks leading up to the tragedy. According to Us Weekly's report, sources say doctors had warned Rob and Michele about letting Nick live in their home. Medical professionals reportedly expressed concern about changes to his medication regimen and how those adjustments could affect his behavior. But one insider told the outlet that the situation had become increasingly unpredictable. Doctors allegedly advised the couple not to allow Nick to stay at their home until his medications were stabilized. The concern was simple but alarming. Changing psychiatric medication can sometimes lead to dramatic mood swings, confusion, or erratic behavior, especially during transition periods. But sources claim Rob and Michele believed they could help their son through the difficult time. They reportedly tried to assist him in regulating his prescriptions, hoping the situation would improve. Sadly, insiders say the medications weren't working anymore. Nick Reiner had long spoken openly about his struggles. He reportedly battled substance abuse and schizophrenia, challenges that had deeply affected his life and his family. In fact, his father once turned that painful reality into art. Back in 2015, Rob Reiner directed a film called Being Charlie. The story followed the son of a politician battling addiction and fighting his way through rehab. The film was deeply personal. Nick himself co-wrote the screenplay, drawing inspiration from his own experiences. During interviews promoting the movie, Rob frequently expressed love and support for his son, praising him for confronting his struggles. It was a father trying to help his child find his way. But investigators believe tensions may have escalated in the hours before the tragedy. Reports suggest that Nick and his father were involved in a heated confrontation earlier that evening after attending the holiday gathering. What happened next remains the central question of the case. Authorities say Rob and Michele were fatally stabbed in their home later that night. The horrific discovery was made the following morning by Nick's sister, Romy. She immediately called 911, triggering a massive police response. Law enforcement quickly launched a search for Nick. He was located and arrested later that same evening. Nick initially struggled to appear in court due to medical clearance issues. He was also placed on suicide watch shortly after his arrest. Earlier this year, he formally entered a not guilty plea to the charges. The legal case is expected to focus heavily on Nick's mental health history and the medication changes that reportedly occurred before the alleged killings. Meanwhile, another detail adding to the family tragedy is the reaction of Nick's siblings. Sources say they have not been in communication with him since the alleged murders. One insider revealed that the family has also declined to fund his legal defense. According to the source, the emotional toll is simply too great, and they cannot handle that at the moment. The tragedy has left many wondering whether the warnings from doctors might have changed the outcome. Medical professionals reportedly cautioned the couple that switching medications could trigger unstable behavior. Yet Rob and Michele appeared determined to help their son through his struggles. Those who knew the couple described them as devoted parents who never stopped supporting their child, but that devotion may have placed them in unimaginable danger. As the case moves toward trial, investigators and prosecutors will attempt to piece together exactly what happened inside the Reiner family home that night. For now, the deaths of Rob and Michele Reiner remain a heartbreaking tragedy, and the warning that reportedly came before the tragedy now echoes with haunting significance.